And it's noon. Welcome to another live happy snack at noon. It's Wei from the Six Figure Academy, and this is the first time you're joining us for one of our live happy snacks. This is a weekly thing that we do to help people optimize their mindset, increase their money flow, and more importantly, create life mastery, especially around happiness. Now, this week we are going to be talking about business definition or business success definition. And I think this is a really important topic to talk about because if you have ever worked with me or ever engaged with me on any level, I am big on making sure that we identify how each and every single one of us uniquely define the words that we use to describe what it is that we want. And when we're talking about business success definition, that is definitely a very important thing. And the reason why we want to make sure that we have take the time to really explore what it means to define business success is because every human being has a unique definition of success, of happiness, of money even. And what happens is entrepreneurs are also human beings, just in case you didn't know. And because entrepreneurs are creating businesses and because entrepreneurs are responsible for creating business to create a lifestyle from that business for themselves and for the ones that they impact, the unique definition of what success means for that business needs to be clearly defined. If you are having trouble achieving success in business, chances are if you were to take a look at how you would define success in business, if it is anywhere nebulous or unclear, then that can be a very big contributor to whether or not the business is successful. I mean, think about what happens when you go shopping for clothing. And if you don't know what color you want, what style you want, do you want shirt, do you want a pants, you just want clothes, then chances are you're not going to have a really easy time finding and shopping for clothes if you don't know what you want. Now, obviously, a lot of people do that, and that's why shopping becomes this day-long adventure or endeavor. And really, sometimes it has nothing to do with shopping. People just want to get out and socialize or whatever the case may be. But if you truly do have an intention of getting clothes and you don't have a clear idea what kind of clothes you want, then that can be a problem. Your business is no different. So to define success, now obviously there are some fundamentals, okay? But that's for business survival. See, a lot of people want to define business success as the fundamentals of business survival. Like, oh, I want to make sure our overhead is covered, the insurance is paid for, product is, there's enough product on stock and inventory, and there's revenue coming in to take care of overhead. That's a problem, actually, if all you do to define success is that there's enough revenue coming in to help you cover your expenses and your overhead. And the sad thing is, this is a reason why a lot of businesses stay stuck because they've only defined success for their business to be so far. So what you want to do is make sure you invest time, energy, and even in resources, maybe even paid resources, to help you get clear on what business success actually means for you. For example, let's say your desire for your business is not only to impact and help your audience. So maybe your part of the definition of your success for your business is that you help thousands of people or 2,000 people or 10,000 people. I know, for example, Tony Robbins talks about part of his definition of success is being able to feed a certain number of homeless people or people in need every single year as a result of his business. Now, his business audience isn't those people that his feed, but one of the indicators of his success is his ability to be able to do that. Okay, so a lot of businesses use those types of a successful business anyway, use those types of indicators, if you will. So what happens is that, let's say in your business, let's say, for example, that you every single year you want to make sure that you impact at least 1,000 customers with the service or the product that you provide. Okay, so you notice that goes beyond just money, right? And then the fundamentals are, yes, your overhead is covered, but that's not part of the definition of success. What would define success, right? Maybe your business has a investment portfolio for just the business, so that money that comes in can be reinvested under the name of the business, so that the business will continuously have an investment account that builds a war chest for future growth. Okay, most people don't think about that, but that's a possibility. Maybe another way to define success is to say that every year you are consistently growing at 10, 20, or 30%, which means that you're able to put a certain amount of money into accounts, or you're able to expand your product line, or expand your services, or bring in more team members that can actually do more, provide more services beyond just yourself, to transition between solopreneur and to become a full-blown company with multiple employees. Whatever it may be, as you're thinking about this, you want to make sure that you don't define your business based on what someone else told you what success is. See, especially as an entrepreneur, you created a business. You started a business for more than just the business itself. It's to solve a problem, but also to help support a particular lifestyle that you've dreamt about, that you thought about, that is uniquely yours. So part of your definition of business success should also include how it's going to support you as the business owner or as the entrepreneur and the lifestyle that you want to lead. One place to start, a good place to start, is to recognize that the true mark of a successful entrepreneur is that the more successful you are, the more freedom you have. And I'm not just talking about freedom to sloth around a Netflix binge all day, but the freedom to do what it is that you want, do what drives you, what gives you passion, what gives you passion, what you're passionate about, what you love, and what allows your creativity to flow, so that you can either put that back into the business or explore other businesses or explore other things that you can do that will create a higher level of happiness in your life. Ultimately, a good definition of business success that is uniquely yours also goes hand in hand with your unique definition of happiness. And that's why here at the Six Figure Academy, we're always wanting to key in like, okay, great, your business is successful, but let's look at your happiness levels. Are you happy? And if not, it doesn't matter how successful your business is. So one thing that you want to make sure you include with your definition of business success is how it also supports your definition of happiness as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you don't own a business, then it's about career success definition. That's a whole different discussion altogether. Okay. So hopefully you found that helpful. Basically, what you want to make sure you do if you are looking to or are having struggles creating success in your business is to maybe revisit what your definition of business success is. You may find that and a lot of people find is that you go back and say, oh, that's pretty nebulous. It's pretty broad. It's not very specific. The more specific you get and the more unique you make it, in other words, that it's unique to you, what you define success to be, the higher the probability and the easier time you'll have achieving that success, because you're going to have a better time doing it and you'll have more fun and you'll be happier. Okay. So that will be the Happy Snack at Noon for this week. Would love to hear your thoughts. If you're seeing this and you said, Wei, I have a question about my definition of business success. Tell me if this is something that is on point or not. Or if you want to explore different ways to, or just want to hash it out, just put it in the comments below any questions that you may have. Or if you have any ideas on topics that I could do for future Happy Snacks at Noon, feel free to put that in the comments below as well. If you like this and this inspired you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you didn't like it and want to give me feedback, then hit the I do not like button. I don't think it's called I do not like, but it's a thumbs down, right? Either way, if you don't want to miss another Happy Snack at Noon, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that way you get notified and hit that notification bell. Other than that, I will talk to you guys or see you guys next week or maybe in a future video. All right, go define that business, what success means for you, and enjoy and have fun.